Today's knife is one that is so new, you can't even buy it yet. That's right, it has not been released. It will be soon, but until then, you're going to see it here first. Hey, I'm Jay, and if you're looking to buy a knife and you need to see what it's like first before you drop your hard-earned money on it, here's what you got to do. Click on subscribe so I can help you, and remember to click that bell notification so you don't miss a thing. You should be looking at the specs right about now, so for those of you interested, good spot to pause and read. And as usual, we'll get into what I like about this and some of the potential deal breakers that I see for this ABKT, which stands for American Buffalo Knife and Tool Shadow Hornet. First, let's go ahead and do some size comparisons so you guys can get an idea of what we're working with here today. We'll start out with this is the Mastrop Ferrum Forge Gent. How about the Kaiser Vanguard Dukes? And let's do another Kaiser Vanguard just because I have it out. The Mini Sheepdog. And how about this one? Spyderco Native 5. And what do you think? One more? Should probably take care of it. Of course, Kershaw Skyline. So the first thing that I had noticed immediately with this ABKT Shadow Hornet is the action, which really just kind of speaks for itself. Yeah, it's pretty friggin' excellent. And that's going to be for two reasons. It's a blade riding on a ball bearing pivot, and this detent is crazy strong. Now, the deployment is accomplished by the flipper tab that you can see here, and you can use either the push button method or the light switch, both of which work perfectly. Once this blade is locked up, you can see, what would you guys say, about 50%, and the centering, I think, is, wow, look at that. That is darn near perfect center. Well done. Check out this big, usable forward choil. I love it. Just a generous sizing, and it's right in front of a really good looking hollow ground drop point with it's a black titanium coated HCR 13 MOV blade. The blade thickness, you are looking at 2.8 millimeters, which then tapers down to a really nice fine tip. These contoured G10 handle scales are extremely comfortable. I mean, there are no sharp edges anywhere, all while providing just some excellent traction. Now, the handle is about 3.5 inches long, and now that allows for about a 3-finger grip with my medium-sized hands. But now when I go ahead and choke up on it, utilizing this generously sized forward choil, which is how this knife is really meant to be used, I can fit, as you can see, all 4 of my fingers. Look at that, no problem. The closed width is a very impressive 1.03 inches with a handle thickness just over a ½ inch at 0.51 inches. So that all means that this is going to take up very, very little room in your pocket. For those of you that like to close your knives, utilizing that thumbnail method where you let the flipper tab kind of hit your thumbnail and then you give it a little bit of shake and bake to close it. Oh yeah, you can totally do that here with the Shadow Hornet. Now, I want to go ahead and grab the scale. Let's see how much this is going to weigh you down. Now, before I go ahead and throw this up on the scale, I want to try and show you guys. You guys see the inside there of those liners? Yep, they are most definitely skeletonized, so that is always nice to see. Let's see how that affects the weight. Oh my goodness! Are you kidding me? 2.1 ounces? That is going to be roughly almost the same weight as the Mastrop Ferrum Forge Gent, or about about 3 AA batteries. Okay, so full disclosure now, this knife was provided to me by David over at ABKT, American Buffalo Knife and Tool. David, thank you so much for sending this my way so I can take a look at it and then share it with all of you. I will go ahead and include the link to their website down in the description below, which is simply abktinc.com. Now, as with all knives, we do have to get into some of the potential deal breakers. Before I do, I would just like to quickly remind you to go ahead and click on that subscribe button if you're looking for knife reviews that get right to the point. Potential deal breaker number 1 is going to be regarding this pocket clip that you see here. It is just the one position, which, as you can see, is going to be just tip up, righties only, no lefty love, and it is really not a deep carry pocket clip, which really is my preference. Not a huge deal. I just want to make you aware of it. Now, second potential deal breaker. Now, for most of us to fit all 4 fingers on the handle, you absolutely must use this forward choil. If you don't, you're only looking at about 3 to 3.5 fingers. And the last potential deal breaker is also, this is also a minor gripe, but I still want to just point it out, and it's regarding this flipper tab here. On the sides of it, they are just, it's a little bit on the sharp side. Not sharp enough to cut you, of course, but still, they're definitely, not rounded at all. So now, where does that leave us with the ABKT Shadow Hornet? Well, for those of you that are not familiar with ABKT, American Buffalo Knife and Tool, they have been around for about 13 years, and they specialize in, well, of course, knives and gun care and gun storage products. All of their items carry a lifetime warranty against any manufacturing issue. Now, ABKT is the very same company that is responsible for this knife. Yeah, the Protector, which I have previously reviewed. So at the end of this video, if you look up to the corner, you can click and watch my full review on the Protector. Now, I've been told, okay, once this is released, this coming August 2018, this is going to retail for about 20 to 25 bucks. Yeah, which at that price is an absolute steal. It really is. This knife has not left my pocket in the few weeks that I've had it. I mean, you can carry this utilizing the pocket clip, or you can even take that clip off, attach a lanyard, and simply just drop it right in your pocket. I mean, it's that versatile of a little knife. Because usually with smaller knives like this, you end up making some compromises. You usually have to give up a few things for the sake of carrying a smaller knife. And sometimes that can be, well, handle length, which the forward choil kind of takes care of that. And sometimes you end up compromising on the action. Well, the ball bearing pivot pretty much takes care of that. So this is one of the few smaller knives where you really do not have to compromise anything. No sacrifices. So here's what you got to do. Click on the link down below, go to abktinc.com, and check out some of their other products.